everyone, we are live and I don't do that often and apologize for the noise around. Yet I wanted to make this Zakouski live before. So we are on the 20th of March and I'm going later on in few hours cover the days of 16th, 17th, 18th, 19th and 20th. 5 days in a row. I would have been happy to do that each day, but life is lifing and challenges and busy schedules. So it's just a way for me to check in with my community. Hello, everyone who is live. I'm not tracking the comment. I should probably. And let me know in YouTube or LinkedIn how are you feeling today? And today is a special day because it's the day of the International Day of the Francophonie, which is the locutors of the French language, and it's so various. Like earlier today, I was hearing during a Zoom session, my friend Oriane telling me that for her, yes, this is right on time. We are on 7 p.m. my time. So she was telling me that for her, francophonie is a word that is triggered because it's associated with colonialism and with enforcing the French language. And I acknowledge that it was probably the case in the past, like with the missionaries that were enforcing Spanish or French or Portuguese or Dutch or English in various parts of the world. So it was for the French language. And it's really interesting historically why Canada was also having some French trends. Some parts of Canada is speaking English, some other parts are speaking French. And yes, gong. And to keep focused, to realize that there are history and we cannot change the past. For me, the main thing is to encourage, invite people to learn and improve French. This is my native language. But I would say the same for people who would like to improve English, Italian, even Dutch, even if Dutch is the second official language of Belgium, and that I'm not really fan of speaking Dutch. Ik kan Nederlands spreken. And so I can speak English. Posso parlare italiano, and very soon, um, ya hablar español. And for me, it's also to realize that it has to be an invitation basis. And as in some parts of the world that are enforcing people and cultures to absolutely speak the language of the country or of the region, of course it's important, but not at the expense of each other's native language. The reason decision for one person or one administration to say, okay, US is now having as official language English and any other language is forbidden, it is insane. It is insane for me, not only in the sense that, the main language of US is English, so the main official language is English. No, it's really destructive because it's like asking a tree to remove itself from cultural origin and to transplant to another soil and to force this tree to adapt to other soil settings. For me, it's the same. And it's also erasing culture. I was also a few days or few weeks ago reading the article of Naomi Enright. I don't know her Naomi Raquel and right, her full name, I think. If I said it wrong, I apologize. She was telling that she will continue to speak Spanish, and good for her. And I encourage people to speak other languages and to continue to speak their mother language, even in settings, in situations where they are they are enforced to speak other languages and or to speak the cultural language. So, what are your thoughts on that? I'm also seeking for interactions. Also, although it is a live session, this session will last still 15 minutes because I'm going to be quick. Um, so today, the International World Day of Francophonie. For me, it could be also the International Day of learning and practicing our language and discover new languages. So probably in the past 40 years ago or so, I did that for trauma reasons. My passions about languages, diving into the dictionary of my grandfather. Like that's why I was making for weeks and weeks and weeks in the past the Thursday dictionary. As many people know, I am a pancake baker. I love to play with words. So, and for me, it's about practicing any language to always keep our brain awake. If we are saying, nah, whatever, you know, I'm not going to learn other languages because anyway, people ask to speak my own languages, this is detrimental, not only for me, but also for the other people because you are forcing them to adapt into your space. And you, what about you stepping in other spaces, trying to speak their own languages, even the different languages, even though you are not speaking properly, like you don't need to speak grammatically, you don't need to speak to have the knowledge, the full knowledge of their languages. The more you have, the better. But at the same time, it's always to make the effort to speak few words of their languages. Like in French, I would say merci and bonjour. In Turkish, I would say teşekkür and merhaba. In Arabic, shukran and salam alaikum. In Italian, buongiorno e grazie. In Portuguese, obrigado, and also bom dia or boito. Here, right now it's boa tarde. But I can go on and on and on with different languages like Jinkuye and Kesanan or Yonapot or Dzień dobry and Jinkuye, Yonapot and Kesanan, Tak, Kitos, whatever you name it. Dankeschön. And even if it's imperfect, the way that you are showing that you are truly, genuinely connecting from human to human, from heart to heart, is because you are making the effort to speak few words of their languages. And that's why I'm really passionate about languages. And I acknowledge that some other people like, oh, I speak already English. Why should I speak their Spanish or their Portuguese or their Italian or their Mandarin? Huh? But at the same time, it's really detrimental because it's for you because it closes doors because you are forcing them to speak your own language, and for you also because you are not stretching your brain, you are not opening new doors of acquiring new information and acquiring new connections, and also for them because they have to adapt to your English. Because let me be clear, there is not one English. There is not one accent, even in English. There are multiple Spanishes, multiple Englishes, multiple accents. So the English of UK is not the English of US. Like ask Noni pepperoni. Like rubber. Rubber in UK is not rubber in US. There are multiple differences in languages. So it's all about making the effort to be in other spaces and to foster human connections and authenticity, and dancing with your mistakes. So, what are your thoughts? I'm really happy uh, to receive any comment right now or on the replay team. And this is the Zakouski because I'm going probably in 3 to 4 hours to foster this 1 hour or 90-minute session where I will wrap up the 5 days. And for me, it's also a shift, a big shift for me because I'm a bit tired about some things that are happening in my life and that I'm still continuing to do. I need to pay more attention about my health, about my food, about my time, about my energy, about who I'm connecting, who I'm surrounding with. And I would like to build this movement to not wait, and to not procrastinate, and to not wait that all is perfect, all the stars aligned. No, I want to do the things. So, since already 2 weeks, I'm conducting two groups, the FIG, FIG, and the OLIG, OLIG. So the FIG is the French Igniters Group, and the OLIG is other languages Igniters Group. Of course, I don't speak Polish, I don't speak Finnish, Tagalog, Farsi, but I'm also committed to help you to learn any language that you would like to learn if it's not French. If it's French, good, welcome to the FIG. If it's other languages, welcome to the OLIG. And for me, it's also a way for being in service, guide you, and also to learn also because I would like to learn other languages. So I don't know the subjunctive imperfect in Finnish, and I will always begin. I will never finish. And if I don't polish my language, pardon my French, that's my way to have a joy and to make fun. Because for me, it's also about bring the joy and of open the page, 365 and filling the blank. No, we are doing that for human. I Chuarello, if I pronounce well your first name. Hi, welcome for this live. And so I was talking about the importance of languages. So, Troyello, feel free to tell us what are your native language, because even if the 20th of March is the International Day of the Francophonie, I could also encapsulate and add your own language. I could say that 20th of March is also the International Day of Mother Tongue. That was few weeks ago. But we are not speaking our mother tongue 1 day per year. We are speaking our mother tongue each day. And we are speaking other languages each day. So for me, this awareness is each day. Of course, it's not easy to imagine that for 365 days and probably 700 or 800 of awareness international days, we are going to be aware of each of these each day. Uh, but at the same time, it's really the language is our way to express. Animals are expressing through sounds, through visuals, through chemicals. Nature also, nature is not speaking, but is speaking through chemicals. So we, as human beings, since thousands and dozens of thousands of years, we have developed the way of language communication. And why now is a pivotal moment, because why should I bother to speak your language if I can find the tools, the AI, the instant tool that will regurgitate in my own language what you say to me in your own language? Why should I bother? I will bother because it's about our humanity, our connection, and also for me to continue to maintain my brain. Because if we are not nurturing parts of our brain, then the brain will decay. It's like a muscle. If we don't train our muscle will weaken and disappear. And for me, it's about continue to nurture our brain and age gracefully also. So, Tralala, in South Africa, we have 11 official languages. That's incredible. And may you always remember that and always practice at least 3, 4, 5 languages as much as you can because it's about coexisting with people, with different cultures, and to realize that the past is the past. At some point in the 90s, there was the apartheid, and with Nelson Mandela going 27 years in jail, I think. So I think it was even in the 80s. But now you have a powerful country, and although the scars of the past might be open again, it's also to realize that what makes us united is more stronger and will elevate us rather than to maintain the divisions. So that's why I'm really blessed to see 11 official languages. By the way, in Belgium, we are speaking 3 official languages: French, Dutch, and German. Although at school, I was never obliged to learn German, but it was kept for official reasons because during the Second War, Germany invaded Belgium, France, the Netherlands, and probably other countries. I don't know. But it's about making the effort, even if it's the language is not easy. For me, it's about connecting with people. I can speak Dutch with people, even though Dutch is not my lievelingstaal, maar ik kan in Spanje doen. So for people, I will. Not for the government, not for the sake of Belgium and Belgique, but for the sake of connecting with human beings. You know. So thank you so much for attending my Zakouski session. So during the next 3 minutes before I close this session, I will talk about what I'm going to cover during these 5 days wrap up: 16, 17, 18, 19, and 20 March. So I'm going on the 16th to talk about the human body in French, the different parts of the body: tête, nez, bouche, joue, visage, all this kind of French vocabulary. That's for the 16th. For the 17th, uh, all will today, by the way, so all in few hours of time, and it will take 60 to 90 minutes maximum. And you are all invited in Restream and in after party in Go Brunch, right? 1 hour in Restream and 30 minutes in Go Brunch. So for the 17th, I will tell more about the job search, la recherche d'emploi, and all the vocabulary related to the job, like um, here we have the CV, which is a CV in French, and then the motivation letter, which is a lettre de motivation, la candidature, entretien d'embauche, all these kind of jargons about a job search. That's for the 17th. The 18th, I will talk about some cities because there are cities that are having their original language in French, like New York. We don't transform New York in the French term. But there is London that is transformed to Londres. There is um, Barcelona, which is transformed to Barcelona. There is and other cities are kept in their own language, or you know. But some cities like Rome is Rome. That's easy. But then Bologna is Bologna. Naples is Naples. So depends on the city. Huh? Like Berlin, Berlin. So it's also probably the same spelling, but not the same pronunciation. That's for the 18th. For the 19th, I will say about again. I think I'm going to talk about chocolate for the 19th because I love chocolate, by the way, and it's a way for extending the vocabulary, like ballotin de praline, chocolat, barre de chocolat, tablette de chocolat. and all this kind of jargon. And for the 20th, it will be the apotheose, the conclusion, and it will be really a topic that is really dear to my heart right now because it's about asking for help in French. Demander de l'aide, soutien, assistance, support, secours, all these kind of things about asking for help. And I will conclude the 20th March, which is today, by a poignant message because I need your help. J'ai besoin de votre aide. And that's really important for me to be vulnerable and also for asking for help. And I will give you the steps that you can support me and help me. All is not perfect. I'm not yet as much prepared and structured, but I will let you know. And by then, in the next hours, it will force me also to prepare for me to give you some visuals about what I will need help from you. So asking for help is really important because we as human beings are in our way most of the time. Like, oh, let me do it all on my own, which is not realistic and sustainable for our shoulders. We cannot do all. We need each other. And for me, it's enough to always play the fish trying to climb the tree. I tried many years to climb trees that were not sustaining and not appealing to my heart, and that led me to burnout. So, by instance, I let go in the past my IT bachelor, my IT journey, because although it was my passion, I'm still passionate about technology. I am not nurturing with IT as a profession. It's not really resonating with my heart. Although and I tried 6 years. This, I tried 6 years my bachelor that would have been succeeded in 4 years, and I failed for 5 times in a row on two modules because I was not seeing myself nurturing and enjoy my nose on front of the screen trying to solve a problem, trying to code. That was leading me 5 years ago to language and to human beings. But I need your help because I am not um, born as an entrepreneur. I am not someone who is easy to sell. I am not someone who is easy to set boundaries and to say, "Ah, I'm trying, I'm learning, but I'm not good at 100%. I need also accountability buddies. That's why I need your help." And so I will introduce a concept that I call the Choco Gem. I will talk to you more about that. So we are already up to 33 minutes. I'm going to end this session right now. Thank you so much for people that were attending live for this Zakouski. And if you don't know, it's a Greek term to say it's a little bite-sized video, 20-25 minutes maximum. And it could be like tapas, tacos, pinchos, um, empanadas, pupusas, tamales, I don't know. But it's like a small size video. Um, or toast, toast in French, you know. So that's it, my friends. See you in 2, 3, 4, 5 hours. I don't know when. I'm going to be really deep during this session. And thank you so much for listening to me since the time that you know me, or since weeks, months, years. I've been doing that for already the LinkedIn videos and LinkedIn audios since many years. My daily videos each day since the 1st November 2021. So, and I'm going to continue it, but in another form. I need to shift my energy because I cannot do the same as I did before is if I have the results that I have now, which is kind of similar to zero. I need more structure and I need more support, aide, soutien. So thank you so much for your watching and see you in a couple of hours for this big 5 days wrap up and my call to action. Bye. Keep shining, everyone.